What's going on, guys? Bob Buskirk here at ThinkComputers, and today we're taking a look at a new case from Enermax. It is their iVektor, so let's just go ahead and take a look. The iVektor is your standard mid-tower, and we actually received the black version, but it also comes in white and red. And one really cool thing about the case, it has this soft touch coating, which actually feels pretty cool. Really can't convey it via video, but Enermax does say it cuts down on fingerprints and noise as well. As we start here on the front of the case, you can see that Enermax has kept everything kind of like one design. So the 3 5¼ inch bays that are here, they're kind of hidden. They look like they're actually part of the front of the case. So if you don't intend on using them, the front of the case doesn't look dumb or anything like that. Now, if you do want to use them, you can go ahead and they have these easy release latches here that allow you to take the bezel covers off. And of course, you can see just how easy it is to get them back on here, just like that. Extremely easy to use. Moving down, we do have a large ventilated section right here, and of course the Enermax logo down here. Now you can fit two 120mm intake fans here. There is a 120mm blue LED fan included. At the top of the case is where you're going to find all of your front panel connections. So you have very large power and reset buttons right there. You have two USB 3.0 ports. You have your audio connections and two USB 2.0 ports. You also do have a fan controller, and it has high, medium, and low settings. So we're on low, we'll go to medium, and then all the way up to high. Very easy to use. The rest of the top of the case is pretty plain. You do have this large ventilated section right here, and you can fit two 120mm fans on the top, or you can do a 240mm radiator. On the side of the case, you have a very large side panel window to show off all of your hardware inside. Moving along to the back of the case, we do have a 120mm exhaust fan. We have two water cooling holes right here. Of course, we have all of our expansion slots, and our power supply is going to be mounted on the bottom. You'll also notice we do have thumb screws on the back of the case, just for easy removal of your side panels. Getting the case open and taking a look inside, we can see how everything is set up. We can see our 3 5¼ inch bays right here. They will use a toolless locking system. We have 4 2.5 inch drives, or you can actually move this spacer right here and it will give you the ability to install 4 3.5 inch drives. So if you're using SSDs or smaller drives, you can go ahead and leave this the way it is. If you're using, standard size hard drives, you can go ahead and move this out and make room for those. Also, you can take it completely out and make room for longer video cards. Now below that, you do have a second hard drive cage which supports 3.5 inch hard drives, and that is non-removable, but it just gives you that extra space for the extra drives. Now taking a look over here, we do have our power supply placement, and there is bumpers right here that will lift the power supply off the ground a little bit to give you that better airflow. Of course, we have all of our expansion slots. We can see some cable routing holes as well. We have one very large one right here, 2, 3, and then we have the one right up here where your CPU power will go. I've gone ahead and taken the back side panel of the case off just so you can see how everything is set up and everything is routed here. Now we have a lot of tie down points back here, so when you're routing your cables through, you can easily use zip ties and tie everything down. There is a good amount of room behind the motherboard tray, so you shouldn't have any issues with routing your cables and getting this back side panel to actually go right back on. So this wraps things up for our quick overview of the Enermax iVektor case. Now make sure you check back very soon on ThinkComputers.org, as we'll have our full rent review. And remember guys, if you like our videos, why don't you subscribe? Catch you guys later.